Holy shit.
Wait,
Hi.
where are you physically? I need to, now that I'm invested, I
Basically,
need to know. Yeah.
take a guess. You get three guesses.
Okay.
Like prison.
Not in your home, I don't think.
I'm not at home. I'm at BuzzFeed Studios right now, and we were doing a bunch of press, and so we're not at a hospital. We're just in a press room.
And you're
It's
in
a
like
little
the director's chair, no
in a
prob.
director's chair, and I was saying I need like a plant for some liveliness, but anyway,
Because
here we
this
are.
is
I'm so
uh, uh, okay, you cut out for a minute. Talk
no,
again.
I was gonna say I'm so excited to chat with you.
Oh, I'm so excited you're here. And because you're in BuzzFeed, this is a BuzzFeed movie they are coming out with,
Yes.
which is like,
BuzzFeed. And it's my second movie with BuzzFeed. And yeah, it's very exciting.
we'll tell them that in like 2015, I applied for like jobs there to write those listicles, and they didn't even give me a phone interview. No prob. Tell them
Bullshit. I'm
later.
I'm leaving. We gotta go. We must go. I'm gonna tell him.
Tell
I'm
them.
gonna tell him.
Tell them. And I ended up
I was
doing something else. No prob, BuzzFeed.
I was like, I feel like things worked out for you. I feel like it worked out.
You guys, Lucy Hale is here. This is so exciting. Thank you so much for coming on. And I love
Appreciate
that we're both with our giant jugs.
So this is my emotional support water bottle. And it's true. I take this everywhere with me. It's my Erewhon. It's my Erewhon bottle. I think I probably use it because it's too expensive.
Well,
But
it's Simple Modern is the
yeah.
brand. Wait,
Hmm.
question though, Lucy. Can
Yes.
you turn it upside down? It doesn't spill.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Try.
Yeah. But you know what
Okay.
happens sometimes when I'm driving through the hills to get back home, like over the hill and down, that the pressure, so when I open it, it will
Oh,
start up. Have you ever done this on an airplane? Have you
I
have you
have.
accidentally?
I have.
Yeah,
I
I know
have.
better now, but I used to not know. And so for all those listening, you'll find out the hard way.
I just want to tell you, Hydro Jug, like for your next one, I highly recommend.
Okay, sell me on it. Why?
I don't know. There's something about like this straw situation is a little bit more delicato than like the thick square
Okay.
one that the Simple
Yeah.
Modern one has. And I feel like my Simple Modern used to like leak a little, and this I'm like, I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying change is good, you
It
know?
tastes good. And that's also a nice color. I like that color.
Yeah, it is a nice color. Um, Speaking of color, I did want to ask you because I've been thinking about this. You had a bob for so long. Do you
I
still have
have
a
one.
bob?
I do, but it's back because I'm in the grow out phase of the bob of like the not so cute kind of
Well,
hits the
that's the
out.
problem with a bob, though.
Yeah. It's tough. People tell you like get a bob. It's low maintenance. Like it's no effort. Bullshit. It takes so much more work, especially if you have like coarser, curly, thicker hair because what mine does is just expands.
So
It
what? But
just
you've been with the bob since PLF, like since the show ended, no?
well, I just chopped it a couple of months ago. It had gotten really long, but the
Mhm.
secret is like the undercut. So underneath every great bob is like almost like mine's almost been buzz cutty underneath because it makes it lay flat. And so that's why the grow out is so tough because my hair is half an inch less, a couple of centimeters underneath it all. So I'm growing it out a little now. But I do feel like it's so silly to be like, I feel like myself with a haircut, but I really do feel like myself with short hair. I don't know.
Really? I
Yeah.
wonder because you in this movie in Mary F. Kill, you have like longer, more flowy hair, and I
It's long.
couldn't help but notice. And I was like, this like changes you. You know what I mean? Because we're so used to you in that bob for like, that's why I started thinking about the bob. And I was like, the flow really kind of changes you.
It's so funny that you say that because I think initially when I cut my hair, it's so funny because whenever I cut my hair, it has to do with something I'm going through personally, right? Like when I initially cut my hair, I was like, I just wanted to be different and I wanted it to stand out. And so that's why I did it because I was like, I was seeking like something different for myself. It's like the same thing when people cut bangs. You're like, are you okay? Are you going through something? You know? And then I'd grown my hair out for the last couple of years and it had gotten really long again. And there is something nice about when you're an actor, just the versatility of having longer hair because it can like kind of make you more of a chameleon. But then I chopped my hair again this summer because I was like, I wouldn't even say it was exactly a breakup, but I was like going through something with a guy and I wanted my initial thing is always when something ends, well, I want to cut my hair. I want to like
Wow.
get a piercing. I want to get a tattoo. I want to like, it's so extreme. And I think that that is just my personality. Like I'm very, um, that's like the Scorpio moon in me, like just very intense about things.
And
And
there's
I'll,
also, as a woman, not much you can do with change. Like there
Mhm.
is there is just so much you can change, right? Hair is like a really easy one to do.
Yeah. I guess you can change. What else can you change? You can
You can do
change.
tattoos, you can change your hair. I had blonde hair until 2 days ago. So that's why I'm
Really?
in the hair. Yeah, does it look like
Your
I'm
hair, is this your natural? Because it looks so,
so
it
I
suits you.
dyed it to my I told her I was like, because I was blonde, like a dirty blonde naturally. And then I was like, I'm so over these like highlights, you know? So I just went randomly, didn't tell anybody, felt really badass, told the hairstylist, like, go to my natural, but like just enhance it a bit so I can. And then yesterday I got more dramatic and I did an eyelash tint and lift. Have you ever done it? Oh my God, it would look
I've
insane
done a,
on you.
no, the lift is crazy. Like the lift, the first week after you get an eyelash lift, you look in the mirror and like nothing can stop you. You're like, I am invincible.
No,
Like, because,
it's a crazy change. Like
yeah,
I don't have makeup on right now. And to me,
really?
that's why I don't do it often because I'm like, this is too much. Like I'm mostly in loungewear, you know?
Yeah.
So like having these eyes, it's just crazy. But your eyes are so crazy with an eyelash lift and tint. It would be,
It kind of, yeah. I mean, I have to pick and choose because it does, it's like way more glam, but
hmm.
no, you look great. The hair color is really, really suits you. It's
Thank you,
nice.
babe. So
You're
what
welcome.
tattoos do you have? I see one here. What is that one?
So I have this one that I got with the Pretty Little Liar girls. We got our character initials on our shush finger.
Oh, that's so cool.
This is, it says I love you. It was my grandmother's handwriting. I have a few I'm getting removed. They're right here. You can't really see them.
Why are you getting them removed?
I'm slowly removing all my tattoos. It's really,
Not your grandmother's.
yeah, not this one. No, I'm keeping
Okay.
this. I'm keeping my butterfly and I'm keeping my dog's name. But I used to have some here. I used to have rib ones. I've gotten a lot of those removed for a couple of reasons. I think it does take a lot to cover them for acting, and a lot of my characters don't have tattoos. So it's more time in the makeup chair, but also I just feel like I've changed so much in the last couple of years that like it almost feels like the tattoos don't fit who I am anymore, even though it's like kind of sad because tattoos tell a story, but listen, I got some of those tattoos and they were very poorly done and weren't really thought through. So, um
So you're gonna
yeah,
get all of them except the I love you.
I'm gonna
And this maybe.
I have am I gonna keep that one? I don't know. I got the one on my neck removed. Oh, I have my nieces and nephews' birthdays right here, so I'll keep that. That's my nickname. It says Lulu. I have Light right here, which is the meaning of Lucy.
Hmm.
I'm gonna keep a few of them. At some point, at one point in my life, I had like 22 tattoos, which is
Are you
crazy.
gonna keep the PLL one?
Yeah, of course. I
Wait,
have to.
you just posted recently like that it pisses you off that you were off center, right? With the shush.
Yeah, so in the original show in the beginning in the intro, I do the shush and it's like very obvious that my finger is like well off the center of my mouth. It's like not even slightly, it's like an inch off my mouth and I remember back in the day, I was so embarrassed by that because people were like blaming me, and I was thinking, we shot that all day. Why would they choose the take where it was off? And now I kind of love it because I was like, is that on purpose? Because it got people talking. I was like, maybe it was intentional.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
they could have, the AI isn't what it is today, but they could have fucking moved it
Or they
without,
could have just said like, "Hey, Lucy, babe, like move your finger over,"
yeah.
like got that so many times. So I'm like, maybe it was on purpose.
Yeah. Except I do buy into those like conspiracies when people are like they're wanting to do it because they want people talk. People actually think that sometimes like even like an influencer does like a typo so that she gets more comments. Like people are
I actually,
crazy.
but I actually think some people are calculated in that way. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
Oh.
like someone might wear something that's like not that cute
Mm.
just to get people talk. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
that's faux show. Oh, by the way, you know who else got his tattoos removed
Pete
recently?
Davidson. Is that who you're
Yeah.
gonna say?
Yeah.
Can't even imagine what he'd look like without all of them. I wonder what his reasoning was. Maybe the same
He
as me.
looks really healthy. There was like a pap pic of him and MGK, and at first I was like, "Oh my God, he looks so good and so healthy." And then it took me a minute to be like, "Whoa, wait, the tattoos aren't there."
That had to have been, because I know how painful it is to get like tiny ones lasered. Oof. I can't even
Yeah,
imagine sleeves off.
that's like an undertaking.
That really is
What
brave.
if Pete Davidson slid into your DMs, except he doesn't have an Instagram?
He doesn't have an Instagram, which I think is so
Cool.
great. I feel like at this point in my life, like less of that is
Yeah,
really appealing to me.
I
Yeah.
get it. I get
Yeah.
it. But would you like, is a guy without an Instagram attractive? Or would you?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so. I think so. I because I grew up on the show and like in the public eye, I put way too much out there, I think. And I realize now like there are certain parts of my life like I'm very open about my journey and like my personal journey, and that's been really great, but like my dating life, my that whole side of my life, like I don't think I'll ever publicly speak about. And
really.
it's so funny because like there have been people who've speculated that I've been dating people that I'm not dating, yet there are like other people that I was dating and like in love with that people never knew about. And I think that it's important for me to keep some things sacred. And not in a way of like, because I think there's also people that don't talk about things because they want people to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like that. It's more that I recognize what social media has done to my psyche at certain times in my life, and like caring too much and caring about perception. Like I have to really be conscious about um what I'm revealing. But
Yeah.
also like, I do wear my heart on my sleeve, and I try not to overthink things. So it's a fine line, I'd
Yeah.
say.
And speaking of social media profiles, because obviously the movie has to do with like um dating apps and stuff like
Mhm.
that. But let's start with social media. What would be the perfect like profile that if you swiped on a guy on an app, you'd be like, "Oh, this is a good profile." Like what would he have going on? What would be the bio?
Okay,
Like
okay, okay. Um, Well, I can talk about like what turns me off. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
like I am on a dating app and I'm like always very confused. Like I always know by the clarity of the image. Like sometimes people will post like pixelated photos and I'm thinking this is like it's such a red flag for me because I was like um you don't even care about the quality of the photo, which like I guess could be kind of sexy because they
right.
don't.
I'm like, you can look at it both ways, like you don't even care about the
Yeah.
quality. You know what I mean?
You know what I love? Like some people will put in they almost look like vintage style photographs. So I feel like if I'm seeing someone on a dating app, like it's very grounded, it's very subdued. Like I'm not swiping for the people that are like shirtless and like if you're posting a headshot, forget about it. Like no.
And abs. If you're
Like
posting a shirtless
no.
pic with some abs.
No, it's a no. It's a no for me.
If you're
So
posting playing the guitar,
can be hot. Can
okay.
be hot because my Achilles heel is a musician.
Okay.
Love it. I'm very confused when you post like a group photo. Why? Why? Which who are you in the photo? You know?
You know what do they call it? A green flag? Like maybe with like a niece or a nephew.
Cute, but then I'm like, is that your kid? Like, do you come with baggage? Like, how's your ex? Is the baby mama like
Right. It's
gonna
also confusing. You're right. You're right.
But I do love when I see a dog or two in the photo.
Oh, a
That's all.
dog. That's cute. And how
Yeah.
much do you want to be swiping down? Like, would you rather him have like 9 photos or like,
Like 3 or 4 solid. Maybe four, let's say like 4 to 5 solid photos. I feel like
and
I'm
no
on
reels and 0 reels?
0 reels. Like I'm on a dating app where it's only you don't share much info, but it's just like pictures. It's Raya. You know Raya. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's so yeah, dear God, don't post we don't need videos. Like what's the dating app where people can leave like little voice memos?
Oh, I don't know. Fill me in, girl. I'm like,
I think it's Hinge. I'm
oh,
not on Hinge, but like it's an option where you can like say something.
I mean, for you, it would be good because you have such a sexy voice. For me, it would be like, oh my God. And they would like swipe left or whatever the no is. I don't know.
I yeah, I just don't think that we need that. I don't think we
Wait, so
need
Raya is just pics, like not even a bio?
no, no, you can do a bio. Like it says name, it says occupation, and then you can add like a quirky little thing. And then you can scroll down and you can put a song,
Oh, kind of
but
like
it's very
MySpace.
minimal, which I like. Like I feel I've seen other ones and it's just too much information. Like that's what you need when you meet the person,
Right,
you know?
right. So is Raya the only one that you're on?
The only one, yeah. And I've canceled it. It's like I'll cancel it and get back on, cancel it, get back on. But yeah, it's the only one I've ever been on.
Who doesn't love good things in life? Even though I enjoy a little luxury, it doesn't mean I always want to splurge for the luxury. I don't want to overpay. I don't want to feel taken advantage of. And Quince does a great job of making me feel like my money is well spent and I'm not being overcharged. And they just have amazing, high quality items at prices within reach. They have 100% Mongolian cashmere sweaters from $50, washable silk tops and dresses, organic cotton sweaters, 14 karat gold jewelry. The best part is, all their items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands because what they do is they partner directly with the factories. So they cut that cost of the middleman and they pass the savings on to us. So, you guys, seriously, I have so many items from Quince. Their sweaters are great. Their cashmere is amazing. Their linen. You want to hear what else I have from Quince? My bed. I literally bought a bed. So always check out Quince. Like I know there's this breastfeeding cover that I got that's like $100, the original. Guess where you can get the same exact thing for 40 at Quince. Give yourself the luxury you deserve with Quince. Go to quince.com/notskinny for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/notskinny to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/notskinny. You guys, it is time. We've been waiting for this ever since the first press release about Mindy Kaling, who created the Mindy Project and the sex lives of college girls. And everything Mindy Kaling does is just so good and funny. And I become obsessed with it instantly. So ever since we saw the press release that she is teaming up with Kate Hudson, who's going to star in her show, I was like waiting for the show to come out. And finally, we're here. It's out. Running Point is out on Netflix. You guys can stream it right now. You can binge all of it, which we love. This is just like the perfect show. You can watch it with your partner. You can binge it on your own. And it's just so fun to see Kate Hudson back where she's supposed to be in comedy. Okay. She's comedy gold. This new hilarious show, Running Point, is just genius. So if you guys want to know what it's about, I'll give you a little bit of background, no spoilers. But basically, there was a pro basketball team called the Los Angeles Waves, and a scandal kind of happens. And Isla Gordon, who Kate Hudson plays, has to step up to run this family business. And she has like dysfunctional brothers, and the board, they aren't thrilled that she's doing this. Everyone in the sports world is really raising eyebrows. But guess what? Isla, played by Kate Hudson, ends up showing everyone she can run the game better than anyone. And she's calling the shots like it or not. Ugh, it's just so good. You guys run over to Netflix and binge Running Point right now. It's streaming only on Netflix. Get ready to binge your new favorite comedy.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the movie, Mary of Kill. I watched it yesterday, by the way. By the time this comes out, it'll either be available soon to watch in theater, in select theaters, right?
Yeah, and then wherever you buy movies. I guess they call it
Streaming.
on digital. Well, I not yes, streaming because you can get it on like Amazon or Apple, but it's I don't basically I'm stuttering because like I
They
think
pay
it's
for it
going
because you pay for it.
somewhere, but I'm not sure where it's going yet.
Right. Okay. We
So
can
we'll see.
clarify. We can clarify once this comes out. But so Mary F. Kill, and it's super cool because it's like murder mystery vibes meets like dating meets literally Mary F. Kill. And you play Eva, which I love that name. It really,
Yeah, they
yeah,
call her Eva Biva in the, in the
I
movie.
know. Well, not really, right?
Well, she was confused. She was like, "Why'd you call me Eva Biva?" Yeah. No, Eva is a great name. You don't hear it that often.
Right? I liked it. So what
Yeah.
what drew you to this movie? Did you love the vibe that it was like Mary F. Kill and murder mystery is kind of like a
I did.
comfortable.
I loved that it was blending genres in a really fun way because everyone obviously is obsessed with true crime right now. That's like the latest craze over the last couple of years and everyone on the internet like loves to be a part of figuring out these mysteries. Like we've seen that on TikTok, like people have even solved murder mysteries online. And then it, marry that with a rom-com and then you have F Marry Kill. And so we loved the idea of playing around with like at any given moment Eva wants to F Mary or and thinks one of them is the killer at any given time. So it was very fun. And I think like with this movie, finding the tone was we had to get it right because like you're reading the script and you're like, oh, this is so fun, but how do we make it feel grounded and realistic and because we wanted it to be funny and it is very funny, but we're also dealing with like very heavy themes. We're dealing with a serial killer and women getting murdered. And so I think like how we found the tone of the movie was like that part we took very seriously. Like the mystery part, the finding the serial killer, like women's safety, like we took all of that very seriously. And then where the comedy played in was just through my character who's just kind of like unhinged a little bit. So it was fun. It was often I've done a couple of rom-coms and usually it's just like finding the chemistry with one person, but lucky me, I got to find it with three.
Yeah. And did
Yeah.
you ever talk about, wait, were you producing this as well? Did you?
I did not produce this one. No.
Hmm. But it sounds like you were like invested in like the way that it was also being made and the way you told the story and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in my career, like I appreciate people who want to collaborate with me and was very grateful. The director, Laura Murphy, is just such a badass and really wanted my input in some of the creative decisions, which is cool because sometimes it can be scary as an actor to just like show up, not really know what's going on. Like you're only, my job really is to show up and do my lines, and that's my part. And then you let everyone else obviously do their role. But with this, I got to really be a part of the say and some of how who the other cast was and like the wardrobe and some of the dialogue and um so it was a great collaborative experience.
What's so crazy, because you were saying about it being like that you had to protect this like fine line. But what's wild is, so you guys, this movie is about this girl goes on a dating app and ends up dating three different guys. And meanwhile, there's like a murder mystery in town, and she thinks she might be dating one of the
Dating the serial. Yeah, there's a
right
serial.
dating. Yeah,
He's called the Swipe Right Killer. He's on the loose in this town, and she thinks she might one of the guys she's dating. She might be dating him, but mainly she sets out to prove her friends and sister wrong,
because they
and
were
then
also worried for you.
they were very worried. And then there's a really great twist at the end.
Yes, I was not expecting that.
I won't say here, but it's very fun, and that's all I'll say about that
Yeah,
because
there's a big twist, but you know what's wild? Like you were saying, like it's not what's scary and crazy. It's like not that far-fetched, not the twist, but the whole movie. Like the
the whole
fact
movie.
that the girls got so invested in this, that one of them is like tracking people, you know what I mean? Like that
Mhm.
people get so invested in things. And like you said, people are literally their entire accounts dedicated and podcasts. I mean, your character listens to one of those podcasts in the movie, but
Mhm.
like it's wild that it's not that far fetched for like to be involved in something like this.
It's not that far-fetched at all. And if there were a serial killer on the loose, like I bet there are women who would be willing to go out there and fight the good fight to like find out who it is.
I know there was points in the movie when you were like, when you went in to like get DNA or like something like that, where I'm like, oh my God, why is she going? Like, what is she dumb? And it's like, yeah,
She's
she's dumb.
brave. She
Oh,
is
she's
like
brave and you need
like
to live.
people
Yeah.
are brave and dumb. You're right. It's a marriage of the two.
Well, I
Um,
actually thought the killer was going to be someone I thought without spoiling, the killer was going to be, yeah, I thought the killer was going to be, meaning at the end when you thought it was going to be one guy, I thought it was going to be a different guy. And then obviously there was
got it.
like, you know,
And then yeah.
anyway,
Okay. I'm glad
but
you were surprised.
oh my God, I even, you know what? It's wild. I had to rewind, which,
Yeah.
when you have to do that, you're like, wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? How do we get
How
here?
did we get here? Yeah.
How do we get here? So it's such a fun movie, you guys. You should all watch Mary F. Kill. Go see it. On demand it.
Or they're saying it's on digital or
It's on digital.
used to be called on demand, but now it's on digital.
So could you see like how much of a person like Eva are you? Are you paranoid? Are you sus? Could you see yourself getting like deeply involved in something you shouldn't have?
I think one of my skills I've had since I was a little kid, I'm like very intuitive about people's intentions. I've always had that. I always like see through. Like if someone's saying something to me like and they don't mean it, I see through that and I see and feel what they really mean.
Oh
Um
wow. In
and so
Hollywood, that must be tough.
it's been really helpful for me, I think. And it's like I don't mean just like, ooh, I can scope out like the slimy creeps. It's more just like if someone is behaving a certain way, but I can really see like they're in pain or they're, going through something, like I feel that and I'm like, oh, they're being a bitch, but like underneath that I can see like they're going through some shit, right? And I feel like I've been like that since a little kid, but it has helped me out, I'd say, in this town. Just like kind of gauging who's real and not,
Right.
or just like who is my vibe or not. It doesn't it doesn't mean I've always listened to it because, I've dated some people where I'm like, damn it, I missed the signs. I
Yeah.
missed the red flags and they
Well,
were right there.
somebody said recently, which is so true about these red flags, which, us as a culture, we really learn a new word and then we abuse it. So we're like red
Yeah.
flags, toxic, narcissist, like all these.
Oh, yeah.
But somebody, I think Anna Kendrick recently said like that the whole red flag thing is such a kind of annoying way because you're putting it kind of on the woman. Like,
Mm,
how didn't you
how
notice?
did I miss the red flags? It does bring the shame back to the woman. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, so I really like
Yeah.
resonated with that. I was like, we're all like looking back, like, how didn't we see these red flags? And we ignored these red flags. And it's like, it's not that easy to like see them not seeing green flag, red flags. It's like, no, at the end of the day, you're like in a relationship, you have feelings. Like, it's not,
I agree. And I also think like both of those things can exist at the same time. Like you can date someone who's wonderful and amazing and genuine while also like they have some flaws as well. And that, like we can be both and both of those things can coexist. But I actually never had recognized that like the the red flag thing kind of makes it our fault again.
Yeah, here we are, all of us
Yeah.
either ignoring red flags, catching the flags.
Like how could
Um,
you do that?
how could you
Yeah.
not, like, yeah. Is there anything like you notice, like what's your, if you go on a first date, kind of like immediate, this is going to be a no for me, dog? Like, is there any kind of, dare I say, red flag that really like you're out?
I think I really get a sense of a person within like the first 30 seconds. Like I think I more gravitate these days towards someone who like regulates my nervous system and calms me down as opposed to like that butterfly like nervous feeling. Usually I know that's my sign to run. Like if I feel really calm in someone's presence, like that is someone that I should be open to. And I think also I've been on a lot of dates where people, and it could just be a nervous thing on their part, where they don't ask a lot of questions and they are just talking about themselves the whole time. And you're just sitting here. There's no like reciprocal conversation or energy happening. And you're just like, but I do equate that to maybe being nervous or not knowing. But also like for me, the most attractive quality in someone is self-awareness and awareness of others. And and it's been kind of rare. It's kind of rare to come by that quality. But yeah, I feel like on a first date, if they're not asking a lot of questions, um, that's
Yeah.
it. I'm an open book. Like I don't really necessarily have a type physically. Um, Yeah, but I know within like the first 5 minutes, like I like to go deep really quick. Like I don't want to mess around with the surface shit. I don't care. Like let's just go there. And so I think someone who like intellectually and I guess spiritually and emotionally like wants to go to that level
Yeah.
right after that, like that's that feels safe to me.
You'll ask like really deep questions and see if they scare away.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not like, where do you think we go when we die? I mean, I
Yeah.
will. Though. Like I definitely want to talk about um just the real stuff. I don't really, not that I don't care about like where you're from and like how many siblings you have or
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
you.
Anyone who knows me just knows like me and cooking, like it's never going to happen. I think for anything in life, you have to want to, and you also have to have some sort of a skill or just like a real eagerness to learn. And with kitchen and cooking, like I just don't have that. And when I attempt just out of pure starvation, it's bad for everybody and honestly dangerous. So I really need Home Chef. Users of leading meal kits have rated Home Chef number one in quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. Whether you prefer classic meal kits with pre-portioned ingredients, quick 30-minute recipes, oven-ready options, microwave meals, or a dedicated family menu, Home Chef has everything you and your family need for hassle-free, delicious dinners. They have over 30 options a week and they serve a variety of dietary needs. Plus, it really is economical. Home Chef customers save an average of $86 per month on groceries. So, no more meal planning. Let Home Chef do it for you. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 18, yes, 18 free meals plus free dessert for life. And of course, free shipping on your first box. Go to homechef.com/notskinny. That's homechef.com/notskinny for 18 free meals and free dessert for life. Homechef.com/notskinny must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert. I want parents to just not feel guilty because all we do is feel guilt. We feel guilt that we're not with our kids enough, even if we're with them all day. We feel guilt that we're not doing enough activities on the weekend, that we're not feeding them the best food in the world. And you know what I always remind myself when I feel bad about that? I say, Amanda, what did you eat as a kid? Did my mom feed me salmon and broccoli every day? No. Gave me freaking mac and cheese and like chicken fingers. Okay. And at least I am giving my kids Goodles. They are a game changer. They are just packed with nutrients, mac and cheese. So you can feel good having it for lunch, dinner, a snack, and giving it to your kid. Okay. And it tastes better and has all these amazing, amazing flavors like Twist My Parm, Hatch Chile, Smoky Doky, Truffle. So you have to put Goodles in your rotation of go-to meals, especially like, again, we talked about play dates. Your kid is having a play date. Such an easy, I'm going to cook some pasta. They got like 7 grams of fiber in it, 14 grams of protein, prebiotics, 21 vitamins and minerals. It's a low glycemic index food. It's kosher. It's Clean Label Purity Award certified. Trust me, you need some Goodles mac and cheese in your life. And don't forget their nutrient packed pasta too. Pick up Goodles on your next shopping trip. It's available nationwide in major grocery stores and Target and Walmart. I know you'll love Goodles as much as I do.
How many
But
kids do you want? Don't you love that question? It's so funny
oh
because
my God.
it's so not legit it's just I have 2 kids and I'll watch like The Bachelor and they're like, how many kids do you want? 5? Me too, 5, you know? And it's just
Like you're like, you have no,
like
no.
and it's like, oh my God, we both, yeah. So whenever I see people talk about the number of kids they want and find that like in common, that's really funny to me because also that changes so much and you know,
Of course. Especially when you, I'm sure when you, I don't have kids, but when you have kids, it
yeah.
probably completely,
Yeah, but that's on a dating show. You're right. Like speaking of those those small talk questions, the how many kids do you want? That like
yeah.
that gets me.
I am guilty of asking astrology questions.
Oh yeah, you did say
I,
Scorpio. Aren't Scorpios for dudes not good?
oh, I just, well, I can firsthand say that because I just, something ended with a Scorpio dude. But you know what? I love Scorpio energy because I have a Scorpio moon. So I understand, like, your moon sign is your,
Wait, you're a Gemini.
I'm a Gemini sun, but I'm a Scorpio moon. But let me explain. You're rolling your eyes. Let me
No,
explain.
because I'm a Gemini and I just want you to be in it with me and
I'm
not try
totally
to be
in
a
it.
Scorpio.
I'm completely in it. Wait, when's your birthday?
May 31st.
I love, love. Well, most of my close friends are Geminis. I understand Geminis. I love, 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 love. I'm a true definition of one, but your moon sign is like how you feel internally and how you approach your relationships. So, whereas like your sun sign, Gemini, is what we like came into this life inherently knowing.
You
So
know that
like
I didn't know that. You know that Lucy Hale, you just taught me what sun and moon means, and I've
and
never
I might
known.
not be, yeah, people don't come for me if I'm not paraphrasing exactly, but what's your rising?
Babe, I don't know any of this. You just taught me what a
Okay,
moon and
babes. Okay,
so
well,
how do I look it up? Tell the people that don't know. How do we find it?
okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna put in your birthday, your birth time. You have to know your exact birth time down to the minute and the exact location you were born, and that will give you this snapshot of the sky when you were born. And so that'll give you your sun, your moon, your rising. Your rising is important because that is like when people initially meet you, that's what they associate you
Wait,
as.
so
So
what's your rising?
I'm a Leo rising.
So you're
And
Leo rising, Scorpio moon, and Gemini sun. That's like
it's a
cray
lot.
cray.
It's complicated. Yeah, the Scorpio moon thing is intense though. I'm really curious what your rising is. I need to
Wait, the
know.
rising, sorry, the sun is born. No, this is interesting.
Okay,
This moon is
so the sun is like your ego. It's what you inherently know. It's how you navigate through the world.
okay.
Um, and then your moon sign is anything internal. It's like how you feel about yourself, how you process emotions. Like it's probably what you resonate the most with because it's how you feel when you're alone with yourself.
Okay. And
And
rising.
and then your rising is the mask you like when people initially meet you, that is what they associate you with. But it's also what I've learned is your rising sign, if you are a believer in souls are here to learn something. Your rising sign is what your soul is like wanting, the qualities your soul wants you to embrace in this lifetime. So
Mm,
like my soul was like, you're a Gemini, you've already mastered Gemini.
mm,
Go towards Leo, if that makes sense. It's
yeah.
really cool.
That's actually, those are two like strong signs, Gemini and Leo.
Yeah. But there's also like a spectrum. There can be like less evolved Gemini, gossipy, flaky, like doesn't commit, or evolved Gemini, which is like constantly taking in information and very intellectual and like hyper aware. And then Leo, obviously, the less evolved Leo, and then I swear I'll be done talking about this. Less evolved Leo is like narcissistic, like very me. And then evolved Leo would be just like fully in your power, but giving to others. You're in your power. You're helping others by being in your power.
So if you meet someone, are you want to know all this, or
I
is the
do.
sun sign enough for you?
I want to know, I would love to know a lot of it, but it freaks a lot of people out. There's,
There's some dudes that probably don't even know. Are there dudes that don't know?
yeah, there are
No,
people who
that
are,
don't even know their own like sign
yes.
that the
Oh yeah, they like, I think I'm a, and that's kind of cute, but I like to know all the information because I really am a believer in it tells you a lot about a person, but not in a like, ooh, they're bad for me, more in just like, oh, I know how they communicate, or,
would
I
you
won't,
ever like act some like veto someone because of a sign?
no, no, I
Oh,
wouldn't.
never. So
No,
it
I don't.
doesn't scare you. Like you're not like, ooh, Scorpio rising.
I think now that I've dated a Scorpio man, like I know it's like, oh, I feel like I'd know the signs to look out for, but no, I wouldn't cut anything off because I do believe you can outgrow it all too. Like it doesn't mean like just because you're a Gemini, like you have to be that. Like
Right.
we're humans, we can evolve and grow
Have you
constantly.
ever dated a Gemini dude?
I dated someone who had the exact same birthday as me.
Oh, wow.
It didn't work, but he is a good friend. Um, Gemini men.
Because they could be a little like the examples we have out
Have
there.
you dated?
No, but my newest baby is a Gemini, and I'm like, I love that because I'm a Gemini, but I'm also like, let me think of the men that I know that are Geminis or even famous people. Like, it's not good. You know what I mean?
I know, but I feel like out of all the signs, why do we get such a bad rap?
I know.
I
But Scorpios do too because there's this Ryan Gosling interview where they ask him his sign and he says that he's a Scorpio and the interviewer is like, "Oh." And he's like, "Why? Like I can't say my sign without people being
it's
like,
why
"Oh."
it's because and I think it's because the scorpion is the sign of the Scorpio. And when we think of scorpions, we think of like, ugh. And when we think of the Geminis, it's a sign of the twins. So we think two-faced, right?
Right.
It's not. Gemini actually means duality. It means that's why there's two. We can see all sides.
I love
And
it.
scorpions, it means they're just really hyper protective.
Maybe a
Scorpio.
Taurus for you, Lucy.
I need a earth sign, something grounded. So yes.
Wait,
I've heard an Aries man. I don't know what that water. I don't know. I've heard Aries, but a Taurus
how did
feels
you get so into this? How did you get so into this?
okay. Okay, really long story short, I when I got sober like 3 years ago, I became obsessed with spirituality and I became obsessed with like self-help and self-help books and self-help podcasts. And I was just kind of like reaching for anything that was like gonna make my world make sense. I think I started asking like big questions around that time in my life of like, what's my purpose? Why are we really here? Like, why do certain things happen? And I'd always liked astrology, but I always just thought it was like silly, you know? And then the more I got into it, the more I realized like they've been using astrology since the dawn of time, you know? You look
Mm.
at any you look at
No,
the
look at me
pyramid.
learning, not me
I don't know,
learning today.
I love it. But like you look at Mayan civilizations, the pyramids, any ancient civilization, like they're using the stars to build their tombs and build their shrines. And um, so I just think that there's something there. And I also like just have the belief that um I have a lot of beliefs, but basically I was like, that was my Gemini brain, like going down a different rabbit hole. But I got into it around the time I just got curious about like life's bigger questions. And
Well,
yeah,
congratulations on your sobriety too.
thank you. Thank you
It's
so much.
how you said 2.5 years?
It'll be 3 years in January, so nearly 3 years.
And how are you feeling today? How are we catching you?
I feel it's so crazy because this last year for me, like my first year of sobriety was just like, you know, I just wanted to stay safe. I just wanted to figure out where I wanted my life to go. Then the second year was about like learning to have fun without alcohol, like learning to what are my hobbies? What do I really want to do? Like, what do I want my career to look like? Now that I'm clear-headed, like, what do I want to create? But the third year, emotionally, this last year was the most intense. Like, it was such a strange year in that sense of like everything kind of coming to the surface. So I feel like I was like finally facing some things head on. But the last couple of months I've just felt so good. I genuinely feel really balanced for like the first time in my life. Like someone told me the other day, like you just feel like I haven't seen you feel this grounded. And like that to me is like the biggest compliment because I have for so much of my life like just felt so all over the place, so flighty. Like I didn't feel like my 2 feet were on the ground. And
Mm,
so I genuinely do feel, to answer your question, I feel good. I
I'm so
feel
happy.
like I live a full life and my life looks different these days, but yeah, we're feeling good.
I'm so happy to hear that because I know
Yeah.
you've also talked a lot about like anxiety and depression and mental health and
Yeah, I think I, along with so many people I know and so many people listening to this, like it's an epidemic, like this anxiety and
yeah,
depression and I'm like, well, what is causing all of
I
it? It's
know.
just so
My mom is like, this didn't exist when what? And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm sure there's
yeah.
sometimes like I want to learn, like when you just tell me astrology, but there's sometimes where like, mom, I have anxiety. Like,
Yeah.
I take Zoloft and I'm not here to like find out why in the 80s you didn't have it. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't deal with that right now.
Yeah, but like I feel like it did exist. We just didn't talk about it. But I do think obviously the way you don't need a genius to tell you this, but like technology and social media expanding at the rate it has, like of course we're not meant to know what's going on across the world at any second. We're not meant to look through all
Or
these
know
people
how other people are living their lives to like down to the, underwear that they buy. Yep.
too much. Like our brains are like tweaking out a little bit. It's too much information. So
Do you have to
I don't
take like social media breaks or are you at a healthy place with it?
I don't know if I'll ever be at a place where I feel like it's healthy, but I do because like if I were healthy about it, I wouldn't be on it at all because I know how it affects me. It's crazy. It's like I I I think there are beautiful parts of it. Like I love connecting with people who followed me through the years. I think that's amazing, but I do recognize how easy it is for my brain to those the apps are built to like compare your life to it just automatically makes your brain go, "Oh, well, should I be doing that? I'm not doing enough. Damn, maybe I should look like that or
Right.
maybe I need to buy that bag that I already have 10 of." It's like it doesn't ever I'm not quite sure the appropriate balance for me yet, but I do recognize that when I am off of it, most of the day, I do feel better. I genuinely do feel better. So I don't know if you've figured it out. Like, what's your relationship to it?
Pretty good.
I love it. See, that's what I aspire to. I hear people say it, and I believe you when you say that. And so, what do you think?
Because I think I'll tell you what, I use it mostly like to either, talk about my podcast, post stuff like that. post my personal life if people care. And the people that I follow, it's because I'm like interested in like the movies and
Yeah.
actors and what's coming out. So like I'm not following influencers that are going to be like, here's, my then and
Right.
if I am able to be like, oh, hide. Like if it's not doing good for me, like I'm not about to watch that.
You
Like
know, put it down. Yeah.
if I feel like competition or like this is making me feel like negative because I'm like jealous or want that or why am I then I'll be good enough because this is such like my livelihood kind of like I guess like it's a self kind of defense mechanism where I'm like then I'll just won't look at it if it makes me not feel good.
No, but
Um
that's healthy. I think like creating boundaries for yourself, like you clearly have willpower. I think.
yeah, I do have willpower. But speaking of your social media, because I know you have to go, so I'll wrap it up with this. But I saw this
We have
post.
3 more hours, Amanda. They had me blocked for 4 hours with you.
You can't
So
scare me, babe.
back to astrology.
Oh, good astrology.
Dear God, no.
No, because I saw this post that you posted on your Instagram that you just like spill shit all the time. So I need to know, like, do you
I
have two
okay?
left feet? Are you okay? What's going on? I relate. So like, what's going on?
So it's really weird because it's only ever coffee. It's not ever anything else. It's not ever water. It's not ever matcha. It's not ever Celsius, whatever. It's only coffee. It's only coffee. So I'm like, it's clearly a sign that I should stop drinking coffee.
Clearly.
Here, clearly
What's
something
your
is
coffee? What's your coffee order?
so my go-to is like usually just an almond milk cappuccino or almond milk latte with a little honey. What's yours? Do you drink coffee, caffeine?
I did, and then I didn't, and I switched to matcha because it was fucking up my gut. And
Yes.
then, it was not good. And then when my gut was feeling better, I was like, I could do coffee again. You don't want to know mine because it's so low level
I want to hear
that
it.
you'll be disgusted.
I'll
So
never
I
drink
drink instant coffee. Have you ever seen like a jar of instant coffee?
the other day because I don't like my espresso thing anymore. And I was like, I need something quick. This doesn't
Wait,
disgust
what did you
me.
buy? What did you buy?
So was it Canyon? What is it? The Canyon coffee? Canyon.
No, it's so the one I buy is Nescafe. I'll send you a picture, but it
Oh,
literally
you're like instant coffee. The real
I'm
deal.
instant coffee. That's what I'm telling you. It's
Okay,
disgusting. I have
okay,
an espresso at home for everyone being like, honey, I just don't like it.
yeah.
So one like spoon of the instant coffee, water, and then like milk. And I've been adding the Chobani creamer is like really good. Have you tried the Chobani creamers?
No, I haven't, but I did find one. I think it's called Califia Farms,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the almond milk one, and it's vanilla. Like everyone's always like, the creamers are so bad for you. Yeah, well, I fucking like joy in my life, and I need like little tiny joys, and my
Well,
creamer genuinely makes me
so that's why I'm here to help you, Lucy, because Chobani,
okay.
the ingredients are like great. Like I think Califia has like the Xanthics gum and like all those.
And you have to get the one with no oils or gums, and it's like 5 ingredients, and I swear it tastes great.
Okay, but will you also try Chobani for me?
I am. I'm gonna get the instant coffee. I'm gonna get the Chobani.
And it'll stop spilling. It'll stop
Oh,
spilling.
stop spilling. You've really done me a good deed today. I appreciate it.
Lucy, you are a gem of all gems. I'm so happy I got to talk to you. For real.
For real. It certainly shouldn't be the last. It can't be the last.
It has to be in person too.
No, I know. Next time it'll be in person. I feel your energy through the
No, but
screen.
it is true because I'll tell you why. It is the reason I like doing in-person interviews is because obviously at the end of the day, a Zoom meeting, like it's harder to connect, but I
I,
do feel connected to you and I think you're so great. So everybody should really go and watch Mary F. Kill. Lucy
I
is
love
so fantastic in it. It's so
I love
fun.
it. It's called F Mary Kill,
Oh,
but
sorry, fuck.
so much. I love you so much. You kept saying it. I was like, maybe it should have been called that.
Okay, don't act like you guys changed it up, okay?
No, we
Not
did. We
me.
did. You were right, and they're wrong. I agree.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna record myself saying it, and then my producer will put it like
I thought it was really funny.
you guys, wait. So say it again because I wrote it down wrong. Say the name.
Are you asking me?
Yeah,
Don't.
you.
I think it's funny. Keep it. Keep
No,
it.
say it. Because
Okay.
I want to know if I have it written wrong and now I'm scared.
No, just F Mary Kill.
Oh, F
You
Mary Kill. I said Mary F Kill. Why?
yeah. But you said it so convincingly that I was like, maybe it should have been called that. You're fine.
Oh,
You're good.
right. I said it wrong, and the whole world, when you say it, you say FMK. So I literally changed up the original
So
thing.
it would be MFK if we went. It sounds like Machine Gun MGK. I think we should keep it in.
So MGK, MFK, FMK, MGK. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I
Yeah.
won't make you do it. Um, F Mary Kill, you guys. I'm sorry. I fucked it up. Lucy, I love you.
I
Everyone
love
go see
you.
it. It's so
Yes,
fun.
this was a
Thank you,
dream.
girl.
Dream. I can't wait to meet in person
Me
sometime.
too.
Thank you.